The history of the Japanese sword. The origins of katana from China to Japan? Firstly, it's widely believed that the initial inspiration for the katana came from China. Specifically from the Tang dynasty swords. These were straight, double-edged weapons, known for their strength and cutting abilities. However, Japan's geography and indigenous resources led to the creation of a unique sword. Japan's rich deposits of iron sand allowed for the development of a different type of steel, ideal for a new kind of blade. For instance, by the Heian period 794-1185, early versions of curved single-edged swords, known as tachi, were produced in Japan. The design was not only functional, but catered to the specific needs of samurai in mounted combat. Conclusively, while the initial influence might have been from China, Japan's unique environment and samurai culture significantly transformed the design, making it distinctly Japanese. Transition from straight to curved blades. Next, the evolution from straight to curved blades wasn't just a matter of style or aesthetic but one of intense practicality. The reason being, curved blades offered distinct advantages in combat. Their design allowed for quicker unsheathing, and their curvature offered superior cutting power, especially when wielded by a mounted samurai, providing a slicing motion. A notable example is the Battle of Ganryu Island in 1612. Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary Japanese swordsman, faced Sasaki Kojiro, a master known for his long, straight sword. Musashi's victory is often attributed to the advantages of his curved blade, the double sword technique, and his strategic brilliance. In summary, the curved design of the katana became a symbol of the samurai's adaptability and pursuit of perfection in their tools of war. Spiritual power. The katana as a divine entity. Thirdly, beyond its practical applications in war, the katana holds a deeply spiritual significance in Japanese culture. This is because the crafting process of a katana is spiritual in nature. Swordsmiths often partake in Shinto purification rituals before forging. The act of making a sword is seen as both a craft and a religious act, binding the smith's spirit into the blade. For example, renowned swordsmith Amakuni is often hailed as the father of the katana. Legend says that after witnessing the breaking of many of the straight swords in a battle, he and his son prayed to the Shinto gods for guidance. For 7 days and nights, they forged a new kind of sword, the curved katana, infusing it with spiritual essence. In essence, the katana is not just a weapon, it's a soul-bearing artifact, a testament to the Japanese belief in the union of the spiritual and the physical. 2. The art and craftsmanship. The meticulous process of sword making. Firstly, crafting a katana isn't just forging metal, but an art form steeped in tradition and precision. Why? Because every step in the sword-making process, from smelting the iron to the final polishing, requires careful attention to detail and years of expertise. Take, for instance, the initial forging. Swordsmiths use a method called tatara to smelt the iron, extracting the highest quality steel known as tamahage. This process alone can take over 72 hours of continuous work. In essence, the creation of a katana is a culmination of dedication, passion, and unparalleled craftsmanship. Unbreakable yet flexible. The mystery of tamahage steel. Next, the heart of the katana's strength lies in its unique steel tamahage. The reason? Tamahage, crafted from iron sand, possesses an optimal balance of carbon. This makes the blade incredibly hard, perfect for sharpness, yet flexible enough to absorb impacts without shattering. For instance, during the forging process, swordsmiths fold the steel multiple times, sometimes up to 16 or more. This not only removes impurities but creates layers, giving the blade its famed resilience. Conclusively, tamahage isn't just steel. It's the very essence of the katana's legendary strength and flexibility. The science behind the curve strength meets beauty. Furthermore, the katana's curve isn't merely for aesthetics. It's a result of ingenious engineering. Why? As the sword cools post-forging, the differential hardening process causes the blade's spine to cool slower than the edge. This makes the spine relatively softer and results in the iconic curve. A perfect illustration is how this curve aids in combat. When striking, the curvature allows for a more effective slicing motion, distributing the force and maximizing cutting potential. Summing up, the curve of the katana is a beautiful byproduct of scientific precision, marrying functionality with form. Renowned swordsmiths, their secrets and legacies. Next, behind every great katana are the hands of a master swordsmith. Why are they important? These craftsmen dedicated their lives to perfecting the art, passing down secrets and techniques through generations. Consider the legend, Masamune, often regarded as Japan's greatest swordsmith. His blades, made in the 13th and 14th centuries, are not only famous for their quality, but for their spiritual significance, believed by many to possess a soul. To encapsulate, the legacy of these swordsmiths lives on, not just in the blades they forge, but in the tales of their unmatched skill and spiritual connection to their craft. With each fold, hammer strike, and polish, the story of the katana unfolds, a tale of tradition, science, and artistry that has captured the imagination of many around the world. 3. Testing the might real-life proofs. Historic duels. The katana's unmatched cutting power. To begin with, the katana's cutting power stands unmatched in the annals of sword history. This is because through eras like the Heian and the Sengoku periods, the katana consistently demonstrated its superior edge in duels. These blades, fashioned with meticulous precision, became the unparalleled weapon of choice for samurai on the battlefield. In essence, the katana's cutting prowess has been repeatedly proven in numerous historic duels. Legacy in modern times. From world wars to contemporary martial arts. Furthermore, the katana's legacy is not confined to ancient times. Its influence can be traced in modern military tactics, cultural practices, and even sports. This is because, during World War II, some Japanese officers wielded katanas in the battlefield, viewing them as symbols of their samurai heritage. Post-war, the katana influenced martial arts globally, with disciplines like Iaido and Kendo gaining international popularity. For instance, in the 20th century, the All-Japan Kendo Championship, an annual event that started in 1953, began to gain global attention. Participants, wielding bamboo swords called shinai, demonstrate techniques inspired by traditional katana martial arts. To sum it up, from historic battlefields to modern sporting arenas, the katana's influence remains indomitable and revered. 4. Hidden truths and modern influence. 4-1 The hidden inscriptions. Messages from ancient swordsmiths. To kick off, every katana tells a story, some of which have been concealed for centuries, waiting for their tales to be unraveled. Why is this? Ancient swordsmiths often inscribed messages or signatures, known as mei, onto the tang of the katana. These inscriptions served not just as signatures, but often contained messages, wishes, or even the sword's lineage. For example, one such katana, believed to be forged in the 14th century, carried an inscription that translated to, "May this blade protect the holder against enemies." It was discovered recently in the collection of the Tokyo National Museum, shedding light on the artisan's personal wishes for the sword's wielder. In essence, these inscriptions provide an intimate connection between the sword's creator, its bearer, and its storied past. 4-2 The real reason behind the folded steel technique. Additionally, the Japanese katana is renowned for its folded steel technique, but few truly understand its profound significance. The main reason behind this technique wasn't just artistic. By repeatedly folding the steel, impurities were removed, and a more uniform distribution of carbon was achieved. This process resulted in both the beauty of the blade's unique patterns and its unmatched strength. Case in point, swords from the famed swordsmith Masamune, active during the late 13th and early 14th centuries, exhibit these intricate patterns, known as jihada. These patterns are not just visually captivating, but are testament to the quality and strength of the blade. In short, the folded steel technique is an amalgamation of artistic beauty and functional superiority. 4-3 The modern-day resurgence. Katana in pop culture and sports. Furthermore, the allure of the katana transcends history, embedding itself into contemporary pop culture and sports. This has happened because its mystique, form, and history have made it a symbol of honor, strength, and precision. Modern cinema, television, and even video games frequently feature the katana, often portraying it with an air of reverence. Consider this: movies like Kill Bill by Quentin Tarantino and games like Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice offer prime examples of the katana's deep-seated influence in contemporary media, captivating audiences globally. To summarize, the katana's legacy thrives today, bridging the gap between the ancient and the contemporary. Conclusion. In wrapping up, from the raw force of its blade to the whispered secrets of its inscriptions, the Japanese katana is more than just a weapon. It's a chronicle of Japan's history, culture, and soul. Whether we look to the past, analyze it under the lens of modern science, or see its reflections in today's pop culture, the katana continues to stand as a beacon of Japanese craftsmanship and heritage. Its legacy, we've discovered, is both deeply rooted in the past and vibrantly alive today.